How's it going, everybody? We are coming to you live from our Lavale location up at National Highway in Burton's Plaza, along with Zach Vogtman. My name is Jerry. For those of you that don't know, on our Altoona store page, every Friday night, Nick, our manager up there, our DM in charge, as well as Matt Blake, always do a live at 5 type of video. We're going to try and do something like that as well for our local area, the Cumberland, Lavale, Frostburg, Cresaptown, Kaiser, Gilmore, Old Town, areas like that. So for those of you that we're going to wait on people to get on and to enjoy the time, but as always, we just want to thank everybody for choosing Cartridges Galore for all your video game needs, both new and old, retro and new gen. So to kick things off, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about our November specials that are running right now all the way up until the end of November. I'm never good on how many days are in each month, so if it's November 30th, it's up to November 30th. If November only has 29 days, then it's up to 29. So at any rate, here are our November specials. It's a little bit backwards, so bear with me. So the main special is our buy two get one free pre-owned rack games right here. So that includes Xbox One, it includes PS4, it includes Wii U, games of that nature. So as long as they're pre-owned, as long as they're not new sealed, they are buy two get one free. It's pretty huge, especially if you're thinking about Black Friday, and we'll talk about that here in a second. The next thing, in terms of retro, you have a Sonic 1 or 2 along with a Sega Genesis Complete System for just $25. Me personally, I collect the Sega Genesis, getting pretty close to a complete set, a complete collection. But you can get a Sega Genesis system with Sonic 1 or 2 for $25. That's a pretty huge deal. Now, thinking about, well, we call it Thanksgiving, and I know it's backwards, but it's a month of Thanksgiving. You got some Streets of Rage turkeys going there, Duck Hunt Dog, getting people going. But another big deal is right here. $25 gift cards from Cartridges Galore are just $20 this entire month. So if you're thinking about getting items for family members, you're thinking about sons, daughters, kids in your family, or people that are young at heart, a great kickoff to the Christmas season is a $25 Cartridges Galore gift card for just 20 bones. That is big.
A cornucopia of savings.
Cornucopia? Wow. Speaking of cornucopias, I'll tell you what, that's a cornucopia with game controllers in it, isn't it? Wow. Whoever thinks of these flyers must be a genius. Sheer genius. And then finally, for those of you guys who aren't part of our VIP program, if you're not, you really should be. Especially last year, whenever I accidentally sent out a text to everybody, giving everybody $20 store credit. But at any rate, right here, if you text the word Galore, Galore, to 51660, you are entered into our VIP program, and a couple of different perks of that. Well, number one, as soon as you do that, you get a text back saying thank you for joining the VIP program, and you get $5 off your next $10 purchase at any Cartridges Galore's location. You bring in your phone, you show us that offer that comes on your phone. But November is especially big because I just sent out at 2:30 today, someone, actually 2 people who are VIP members, received a $20 gift certificate, store credit, whatever you want to call it, from Cartridges Galore. So randomly selected 2 people on our VIP list got that. So if you did get that text message, it's not a fluke. Stop by your local Cartridges Galore and you can redeem that throughout the store. So that's our November specials. They're pretty big, and if you haven't been to a Cartridges Galore in a minute, make sure you stop in and see all the new things at the end of this video. We're going to get people going and show you up here at Lavale. We did some recent remodeling, and we started getting ready for the holidays as well. But to give you guys an idea, we're going to talk about, number one, a game that we're playing right now, or a game we really appreciate, and then also a game that either we grew up playing or remember playing from the past. By the way, this is Vol. This is my boy.
How's it going?
He is our online manager, as well as our manager up at the Lavale store, and he's going to get you going. Zach, why don't you talk about a retro game that you enjoyed playing, and talk to us a little bit about that.
Okay. The retro game that I have chosen for this is Looney Tunes Sheep Raider for PS1. This is kind of an obscure game, and actually it's pretty sought after in the collecting group. It's a game where basically you star as Ralph Wolf, and you're trying to, get the Wile E. Coyote using guaranteed Acme products. It's a really fun game. Growing up, I got a PS2 for Christmas one year, but I actually didn't start getting PS2 games till the following year, so I was stuck playing PS1 games. This is one that I got when I was a kid, and I have a lot of fond memories with it. Garrett, how about an old game that you're into?
Well, it's not too old. It's just from the 360. But just to make a very long story short, my game is the original Assassin's Creed, which, by the way, is at Cartridges Galore for just $6.37.
That's a big deal.
It's big league. But at any rate, so when these games first came out, I was in college, and I didn't think a whole lot of them. I thought, guys flying around off buildings and, the times of the Crusades and all this craziness. Wasn't a game that I really wanted to get into. And our boy Lee down at the Cumberland store, who is one of the owners, owner Lee, he had recommended to me that I should get into the game. I think the second or third one was out around that time. But the one thing that Leroy told me was you should really start from the beginning. So, I don't really have a life, and I was hard up for playing a game. So I decided to basically give it a go. And I believe I haven't really got into Syndicate yet, but this is a really cool series. If you are going to get it, if you are thinking about playing an Assassin's Creed game, start with the first one because it is very, very cool. It also, not only just the main storyline of this gentleman right here, but also it coincides with actual history. And there's kind of like these weird things that you put together, these puzzle pieces that go back to actual history and historical events. It's a really, really cool concept. And if you haven't tried Assassin's Creed, if you don't think too highly of it, I would highly recommend at least giving Assassin's Creed a go. Zach, what do you have for us in terms of a game that you're playing right now or a new-gen game?
The game that I've selected is Dark Souls 3. I'm a big fan of the Dark Souls series, and I have a lot of hours into this one. I do play on the Xbox, but we have it here on the PS4 for just $34.99. That's guaranteed to be a competitive price. This is a great game, and with the recent addition of DLC from Software, it's gotten a lot bigger. This game is as frustrating as it is fun, and I think that if you can get through not rage quitting, that you're going to have a really good time. I'm actually wearing a Dark Souls hoodie right now as well. I'm a big fan of this series.
Oh, I thought that was like the Gorillas or something.
It is a crossover art project. Garrett, why don't we hit the ice and talk about your new gen game choice?
That's a big time segue. Like Zach said, we only have a PS4 version of this game, but so I haven't played an NHL game since '98, and that was on the PS1. Peter Forsberg is on the front of that cover. A game that I really got into, but I haven't played an NHL game since then. A couple of my buds from college that I get online and butch with and get on online parties and chat parties and stuff, they've been recently playing NHL 17, which we have conveniently for $46. That's a guaranteed price. We've been any of our competitors' price in our stores. So if you see a better price, please come in and we'll get you going. But at any rate, NHL 17, I know Matt Blake from Altoona didn't appreciate it. He said it was a lot like 16. But a bunch of my buds online were playing it and said, you really should get this and give it a go. So there's two different modes that I play on this. One is Be a Pro Career, where you create your own guy and you start off in one of like the bus leagues or the pee-wee leagues and work your way up and get drafted. So I started doing that just to get my feet wet or my toes chilled. Anyway, that's stupid. But anyway, and then also there's an online version where you get friends and you make a club or a team and everybody gets on and you can compete against other clubs and other people who have teams. I'm pretty terrible at it. I've gotten a lot better. Sometimes it's tough to watch. Sometimes it's tough to be a part of. But even if you don't like hockey, I know a lot of people really appreciate hockey games and playing hockey games. So, big league title, NHL 17. And once again, we have it for you for $46.37. Apologies that everything's backwards. We're on a front-facing phone camera. So that's what I have for you. Now, we are officially 7 days away from Black Friday. Hashtag CGVGBF. At any rate, Black Friday specials. and they're going to be big. For those of you guys that haven't followed us or don't follow us on Facebook, which is a stupid thing to say because the 13 of you that are watching have to be following us on Facebook. You wouldn't be watching it. Sorry, you're going to have to get at my grill. So, here's our Black Friday specials. Apologies to my thumbnail there. That's red spray paint. But here's our Black Friday specials. And the blockbuster, the doorbuster deal, is a pre-owned, oh, it's huge, is a pre-owned Xbox One for $150 while supplies last. Now,
unprecedented savings.
I think everybody knows what you're going to pay at Walmart. People know, you know what you're going to pay at GameStop. $150 pre-owned Xbox One. We open at this location at 8 a.m. Black Friday. For those of you, and that's Lavale. For those of you that go to the Cumberland store, the Frostburg store that are watching this, we're going to open up at 10 a.m. on Black Friday at those locations.